Hello, party people, and hello, VOD watchers. Gonna be working on a build today. Nice little build. I'm gonna see if any. Well, let me turn my my game audio down. Because I'm gonna be playing some Hytale music in the background. Is it a little loud? Maybe. Let me put it up to here. Then go into here. So that way it actually changes it for me too. And that should make it a little quieter for you guys, because I know my mic isn't going to be like super loud. And I just want to make sure that the two are balanced correctly together. So if it's too quiet right now, let me know. But that should be okay. I mean, I'll tweak it up a teensy tiny little bit. That should be better, I think. Give me 1 second. Just responding to something here. There we go. Okay. Now I'm curious, can any of you guess what this build is yet? Mind you, it's pretty early stages, but can anyone tell me what this build is? You might not recognize it. I don't know. I think there's a certain generation that'll probably recognize it easier than others, but maybe the layout will help. So this is the overall layout of the build here. As you can see, I've outlined everything I want to build, you know, for the overall layout in yellow cloth. I thought that would be a nice way, because if I believe I've done with the build, and I want to do a scan over, make sure I didn't leave anything from that outline, I wanted to make sure I had done it with a block that's really hard to miss. And yellow cloth is pretty hard to miss. I did recently find out about this block, green screen, which, by the way, so cool that exists. If you haven't seen it, this is a nice little block you can use. You can put it down, go into third person, and bam, you've got your character in front of a green screen. F8 twice for full HUD hit, you know, to completely hide your HUD. And then, you know, you can put your character into poses however you want. But this is a really neat little tool I did not know existed until recently. Yeah, if anybody's got any idea what this is gonna be, I'd be curious to hear it. I should probably tweet out that the stream is starting. That would be wise. Give me 1 sec, guys. Let me just go over to... I guess I would just link my channel, wouldn't I? I mean, okay, bear with me. Oh, I'm gonna try to mute the tab before I open it so it doesn't make a bunch of noise for everybody. There we go. Okay, that should be better. What is that? Okay, there we go. Got the live control working. That thing never wants to just work without extra effort. But the live chat works great without any extra effort. Alright. Alright. So the tweet has been sent. I think, I don't know how much we're going to get done today, but I would like to, at the very least, finish this. Oh my god, you have so much range, I forget sometimes. I would like to finish this little section right here. And, you know, kind of fill that in and just get this wall done. Now, in reality, if you can guess what this build is, this part would have a much more complicated shape. And I might go back and kind of re-outline it later. But to be honest, this build is already a bigger project than I could have meant for it to be. So I might just kind of leave it as a flat wall and then, you know, do the intricacy with some vertical slabs and whatnot to give it some depth. But yeah, in reality, I think there would be like 2 little alcoves, with the back being, you know, not recessed super far, and then there'd be like an overhang. It's a whole thing. But if anybody can guess what this is, I will throw my reference up. But yeah, it's this roof, not perfect at all. Now, mind you, this entire build is designed for the perspective from the ground, but like as you can see, obviously I haven't finished back there yet. I should be careful just swinging my fists around because you have really long range in this game, and I'm gonna end up breaking something. This roof, I gotta fix this. The roofs in this game, I still haven't gotten it. I like how this little, like, you know, I don't know what you would call this, not a parapet. What's the, I don't know, this little outcropping. I like the way this came out. It took some finagling. I can't get this right because unfortunately I have this balcony here, which kind of limits what I can do with the roof in this little slice here. If I could get this to match up with that or that, yeah, that'd be fine. But it's the fact that I have 3 completely different ones here and from the ground, it just looks weird, man. That's just not how roofs work. Which maybe we'll fix that now, so I don't go completely insane over it. Now, there are corner pieces for these taller roof blocks, but hell if I know what to fucking use them for. Excuse my French. But even if I use the corner blocks for these, it's like there's no way to make that make sense. So I almost wonder if maybe if I did that, it might look a little bit better from the ground, huh? I still get a little bit of light peeking through there. Maybe if I put it lower, that might be something. Hold on. Might be cooking. But then you get that bit there. I mean, it makes more sense, but I don't think it necessarily looks better. So this is why we do another one of the. No. That's getting a little too crazy. So, I mean, what do I have here? I have roof blocks like that. I mean, it kind of looks like it looks the same from the back. You know what? Yeah, there we go. Okay. That makes enough sense, doesn't it? I mean, I could do the long roof. Oh, crap. Like I have there, but, and, well, I don't know. Maybe I will. Let me see what it looks like when I do that part there. It's good, but this part is a little awkward. I should probably... no, but that's not going to fill out until I put a block underneath it, which I don't really want to do. Because I mean, I'm going to add another pole there, but that's not there in the actual build. Now, does anybody have any guesses yet as to what I might be working on? It is a, shall we say, a beloved franchise? It is from something. Something that is loved dearly, perhaps? Yeah, I don't know about that part there, to be honest. I mean, I could leave it like this. I don't know. I'm not even sure I hate that. Maybe once I got the wall filled in here, that'll look a little bit better. Kind of give it that idea of solidity. Hey, Silver Fox, how you doing? Trying to figure out the roof here. Just a nightmare. So I don't know if you've ever played it, but there is a little series called Kingdom Hearts that I got into last year. I did not grow up with it at all, but a lot of people, are very nostalgic for it. And whatchamacallit, the opening, like, I wouldn't really call it a hub world, but the opening areas make up a place called Traverse Town. And since it's an old, like PS1, PS2 game, I think PS2, it is divided up into sections, and each time you walk through a door, it loads in the next section. So I'm building the first section of that, which is a huge project compared to what I thought it was going to be. I was like, oh, I'll take on this little area, just one little section of it, and it's massive. Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, I really haven't messed with many servers yet, but I've been hearing good things about the multiplayer. Some of the PvP clips I've seen, it's pretty impressive. I never really got into servers when it came to Minecraft for the most part. I played a little bit of Hypixel, but I don't know. I never watched SMPs very much, and I wasn't like a big PvP guy, mostly because the combat in Minecraft was, well, it is what it was. I never really got too attached to the PvP in that game, but I feel like Hytale has a much better starting point for servers and multiplayer than Minecraft ever did. Not to compare the two, but I think I might get into servers in this one eventually. But I'm having so much fun with just builds and mods and everything that I don't know if I could tear myself away. But we are trying to get this roof to not, look the way it does. I just got this part kind of sorted out, but I'm not really sure what to do about this bit, because I could leave it like this, then it's kind of like hanging free, and I don't know, it just doesn't look quite right. And I could put blocks here, but then it looks somehow kind of worse. And that block won't fill until I have something underneath it, which I have no reason to do. And it is supposed to hang out over the wall a little bit. So I have absolutely no idea what to do about that at the moment. But, I could leave it like that, or I could do this. Which, I don't honestly, the more I think about it, I don't think I really like that. I might just keep it that way. At least that way it's like a solid structure. Oh yeah, I saw that series that he was doing, Dude vs. Dungeon. It looked like fun. It's a good idea. I tell you, once we get official dungeons online for this game, man, the instance system is really cool to have. I'm curious to see it get put to an actual use. Because I think, one of the most fun experiences I've had in Hytale so far was clearing out a massive network of skeleton dungeon prefabs. It was all underground, and man, it was an awesome time. And I walked away with more linen than you could ever need, ever. But that sounds cool. What are you thinking for yours? Let me reposition this so that I can. I wish there was some way to change the lighting in here. Now there is like a 3D model online that I found with a built-in web-based browse viewer, so I can kind of rotate things and zoom in and out. But I can't. I've only got so much screen space, so I figured I'd probably just use this. Now it's mostly just stone all the way up, and then I think I could use stone stairs for that little top section there. So why don't I'll grab what I'm gonna need. And I found that in trying to recreate those kind of canvasy walls, yellow clay is like the super material. It doesn't necessarily look like anything, but I'm still pretty fresh to building, so I don't have a good idea of all the tile sets. I just found out about this green screen block here from a tweet that I think Hawkon shared, or somebody did. But what a neat idea. Absolutely love to have that. But, I have a few mods installed, not much. Mostly just, like, macaws and, like, the immersive stuff. But, it's pretty neat. So, oh, not the water temple. Oh, that's evil. What are you trying to kill him? Trying to give him a heart condition? That's crazy. That's really cool, though. I actually am a big fan of the water temple, to be honest. And you know something? The Ocarina of Time Water Temple is not nearly as bad as the Majora's Mask one. The Majora's Mask Water Temple? Nightmare. Not a fan. That temple alone made Majora's Mask impossible for me to beat for 6 years. I ended up going back to it when the 3D remake got released, but oh my god. The Ocarina of Time one is something else though, but it has a very cool aesthetic. Is it the water temple that has the that boss in that room where there's like 4 platforms and it's like an electric eel kind of thing that comes out and it's got like one of these little idle animations? Because for some reason I remember that boss very well. I loved just the vibes in that temple. Ocarina of Time is so great, man. There's a lot of rumors going around that they're gonna do like an HD remake, which I would be very curious about. Concrete. I can see why it's a prototype. I keep seeing like this stuff and I'm like, oh, that's cool. Look at that. The roofs are kind of messed up. Yeah, I think it's from that one. I'm not sure either, but that I remember that boss vividly. I loved that about Ocarina of Time 3D is that they had the boss rush mode. God, that was fun, man. I missed that. That's more stone bricks than cobble. This part's cobble though. Stone brick. No shortage of options. Try a couple things. That's interesting though. I look forward to seeing the finished product. Why is it? Is this Quebec Village? It's totally Quebec Village, right? Quebec Village Day. Oh, okay. I have the music playing separately from the game, so that we get a little bit more variety and excitement. Stone Flemish brick. Where's English brick? I'm curious. English brick stairs. I look tab back into Kingdom Hearts. No, I feel like it's larger, larger scale. So it's probably, honestly, I'm probably gonna go with these. Yeah, I like these stone bricks, but they look very cracked, which I don't always really want. It's nice and detailed, but I don't know. Maybe it's a little too detailed. What else do we have? There's a lot of these. Macaw has so many tiles, man. It's kind of nuts. Concrete brick. Gold brick. That's kind of fun. Is this base game? Man, there's so much stuff, and like a lot of it you just don't find till you're really digging around. Oh, quartzite might be good. What do we have for quartzite? That's quartzite brick. I guess I can try it. This would be nice for like the wall of a dungeon or temple, but at the same time I can kind of see the gap a little too well. Yeah, I just feel like those textures don't line up quite right. I mean, we could try this quad one. No, that's not right at all. So this doesn't even go for the whole wall, does it? It's just for like a little section, which I guess that's another outcropping I didn't really think to include. Ah, boy. I keep forgetting. I was having problems with the W key in Kingdom Hearts 2, and I rebound my WASD right one, so now it's ESDF instead of WASD, because some keyboard problems. And it changed it for the first game too, which is kind of nice, because it's like a collection, and it puts the whatever keybinds you change across all of them, apparently, which is pretty nice. So I kind of do have to make an outcropping here. That's fine. That's fine. I mean, I could widen this too, I suppose. Let's not even worry about what this wall looks like. Let's focus on one thing at a time. And I can always change the floor easy enough, So why don't we do... Oh, let's just keep like that for now. Zone 3 snow leopards are my favorite creature. I think I might agree. Zone 3 has a lot of the coolest mobs. I love the polar bears too. The polar bears are awesome, and absolutely terrifying. I think they buffed them, which is nuts. But yeah, the snow leopards. I haven't gotten close enough to get a great look at one, but I've been chased by a couple, and they're absolutely beautiful. I have a Is it a snow leopard? It's not a snow leopard. It's Hi, buddy. I have some kind of Arctic cat. I have a framed photo I don't have an Arctic cat in my room. I have a framed, nice professional photo of some kind of Arctic cat. And it's crooked, and I keep meaning to fix it, and I never do. Yeah, we don't have room for a lot of detail here, so I'm kind of gonna have to, you know, But I don't want a log showing like that. Are we doing this? Is that what it is? I mean, I guess I don't hate it. It's not really what I had in mind. But yeah, the snow leopards are cool. My absolute favorite mob. Here, I'll level with you. I'll spawn one in. #1 mob in the game. Easy. So happy that squirrels made it in, man. I love squirrels. It's my favorite animal. And hey, kind of Chip and Dale coated, you know? But look at that cutie. It's fantastic. I would love to create a mod with a staff for squirrel summoning. And it fires like a burst acorn type thing, kind of along the lines of Marvel Rivals. And then summons a few squirrels that attack whatever is hit by that projectile splash damage. I think that would be so fun. I'm gonna put these over here just in case. I like to keep a collection of my palette around, because, you know, sometimes it's just like, what brick was it? And it's easier to just go over there and middle click than search it in the creative menu. So I do that somewhat frequently. Do I need to do anything fancier than this? Wait, I got this whole thing missed up. Oh, I see what I did. Well, I guess it would continue at least one layer. And then, oh. Well. Okay, I kind of like that. That looks nice. And then I'll have to do something like that, right? It's going up so high at this point, though. So here, we'll do... Working on the interior Zone 3 cabin on the Big Dude server. I started working on a cabin in my Let's Play world, and I have not gone back and finished it. But Zone 3 is so pretty. I really want to spend more time there. Zone 3 feels very, it's a very good example of the atmosphere of the game, you know? It's so relaxing. Okay, so it should be... Oh my god, I can't, like, stay tabbed in properly. Can't see crap. Okay, yeah, so the stone should be fully to the left of... I'm gonna move it back one. Hey, you know what? Great opportunity for our friend the selection tool, right? Right? I haven't used the tools a whole lot in this build, because it's kind of just architecture. But here's an opportunity. Oh man, this is fun. This game is so cool. Okay. Now how do we attach selection to cursor? It's when you get a build right, it's so satisfying. And to be honest, it's not something I've pulled off very often. I feel like some of my builds, it's honestly, it's just the roofs, man. I just can't get them right. But if you do nail it, like it just feels so good. It makes you feel like a genius. How do I delete? Hey, there we go. I actually use one of the tools properly. Sweet. That's the wrong block. Like even this, you know, I'm happy with the parts I've gotten right, but like obviously a lot of it's, you know, not even close to it's just an outline. But this, you know, it feels like a good start, but I know in my heart it's not there yet. Like this whole bit here, I don't know what to do about this. I honestly don't know. I gotta find a solution because it just doesn't look right. And like I could you always have to use the block that matches the roof type, which really bugs me. I made a post about it on Twitter earlier because I was like, has anybody figured out a solution for this exact situation where it's like I don't necessarily want to be using hardwood planks here, but I also don't want to curve my roof around because it's just not that style of roof, you know? And to be honest, I'm not sure there's a good answer. I hope they mess with the roofs a little bit more. Now, using the environment and the terrain and the foliage, that is a huge part of what makes a good build. Especially because there's so many options for how to use the foliage. And it's just so fun to implement. What am I going to use for that little, like, shuttered window? Oh, I have shutters and windows. Oh, I have blinds. And blunderbusses. That's true, I suppose. What color is it? It's kind of... I mean, I'm using hardwood mostly, so I guess I have to use that. If I could just get those to... Hey! That should work perfectly. It's a little bit of stone. But, yeah, no, isn't this game just a delight to build in, man? It's just so satisfying. Well, you'll have to let me know when you finish it, man. I'll be curious to see how it comes out. Oh, you said the cabin is done, right? Oh, that's it. Like out. Hold on, buddy. That's a good boy. Hey, bud. Back there. Yeah, it's okay. Go on ahead. It's all right. It's warm out there. Go on. There's nothing here. Oh, there's a cat intersection. Would you spray him? There you go. There's nothing in here. It's okay. It's okay. Silly cats. Oh, man. There we go. It's more stone, right? Again, one. You know, I had finally kind of gotten the hang of Minecraft building on some level, especially with mods. And now it feels like I'm starting over again. But, like, I'm more excited to learn it, you know? Minecraft, I kind of only know the building because of raw playtime, you know? Probably had, like, 4,000 hours in it. And, Hytale, it's just like, it's just too fresh for me to have a great idea. There are great tile sets. There are incredible tile sets. Every time I look something up, even in vanilla, every time I look up something, it's like, there it is. I got exactly what I need. And with mods, I mean, it's almost hard to choose a lot of the time. I still haven't chosen between these two different kinds of bricks for these pillars here. I think I'm going with this one, but it's awesome. It's absolutely crazy. I mean, mind you, again, this is modded, but look at that scroll wheel, man. Man, my cause is taking up so much of this real estate. Oh my god. But, I mean, this is just stone and, like, certain woods. But I love the sets we have. And it's so exciting to know that there's going to be even more eventually, you know? I mean, this is just where we're starting, and it's gonna get better, and that's almost hard to imagine and like hard to visualize. But God, I am so excited to see what it looks like a few years from now. And at some point we will, I suppose. What kind is that? Steep? Okay, I'll have to do the cutoff here pretty much. That looks good. Yeah, I mean, it's also the fact that like there's furniture built in. Who would have thunk? And you have, you know, a lot more foliage options and so many soil types. Oh my God. If I look up soil, dude, look at this. It's insane. So, oh, I'm sorry. I'm still getting used to this keyboard. It's a temporary one. But there's so many types of soil. It's awesome. I love making paths in this. It's like the one thing that just always feels right. I guess I'll just kind of do this for the sake of the facade. Again, this is only meant to really be viewed from down here. So it doesn't have to be perfect, but you gotta consider every angle. And right now, I think that's probably the most I'll have to do for this. And then I'll need at least 2 or probably 3 blocks for the path here. It's kind of my thought right now. And then something like that, and then oof, I'm gonna have to kind of retool this whole area, aren't I? Probably gonna have to get rid of that, and then I'll do... Well, I don't know, I guess I could do something like that. Yeah, that might work. Well, one thing at a time, one thing at a time. Gotta focus. So... This is kind of what it looked like was going on in the reference. I gotta look again. But let's have a peek. Actually it doesn't look like that bit has a brick pattern to it at all. It looks like it might just be smooth. So I should see if there's I guess I'll just look upstairs. See if we've got anything to work with here. It's harder to build when you got bops on. Oh, ledgestone. That'd probably work fine. Let's see. Oh, yeah. How's that look? Well, imagining we have some lighting anyway. Okay. The lighting is gonna be tricky. I do have the, what is it, the neon cubes? I've got these. Now what I'm curious about is, do these shine through things like this? Okay. I mean, that's kind of useful. So you could theoretically light things however you want by just putting these neon blocks behind them. I'm not gonna leave those there, I'm gonna figure that out later, but, yeah, I think I like that. Doesn't feel super out of place, even though it's technically the wrong stone type. Yeah. Time, we'll just do /noon. /noon is such a nice little convenient command. I love /noon. But yeah, look at that. And I've got enough room for this side too, which is nice. Don't ask me how I managed to work things out that way. I did not do the math. I kind of get the vibe that this is the rough shape of things. Now, kind of the idea with this is I'm doing facades for the sake of being able to do photography and, you know, finish it within, you know, like a month, ideally, at like worst case scenario. So it's not all going to be fully, you know, furnished and everything, I would like to do maybe this shop and this shop, because you spend time in them in the games quite a bit. But, like, this building here, completely inaccessible, so there's no point in really furnishing it. I could, but I'm not going to. And I'm thinking once I'm all done and I get some nice photos in here with my modded in weapons, I might do a green screen wall behind all of it, so that way I can put like some like stretching towns behind it somehow. I'm not sure if I'll do that. I mean, that way I could also put like a night sky with a lot of stars behind it. Probably make for some good thumbnails and whatnot. But I also might, I don't know, totally lost my. Oh, I might. I was gonna say I might add some like roof facades back here that aren't actually connected to any buildings, because I feel like that might come in handy. Oh, the 8-bit version of the theme, nice. So okay, this came out pretty good, I think. Let's have a look at that wall. So it's actually, sorry, I bumped into my mic boom thing. My pop folder. So I wouldn't want to really use the white clay for up there. It's technically some kind of brick, which they also use here. So I should probably switch that out. My question is, what actual tile am I going to use for that? It's kind of a hard pick. I might have found use for this one finally, but that's meant to be a path brick, so like the art style doesn't quite mesh with everything else. Do I have anything? I could use the ledgestone cobble. Maybe that would look okay. Let's see. Oh, right. That's what the ground is made out of. Well, that's not gonna work. Let's just look up brick. Let's look up cobble first, because there's probably gonna be less cobble options, so it should be quick to look through them. Peachstone cobble. I do like peachstone. I think it's kind of cool. Sandstone. No. Redstone stone is... yeah, that's what the other path block is. Okay, so there's nothing in the way of cobbles that would really work that I haven't already used anyway. Let's try brick. I might be able to get away with the darker version of this brick. Let's see. Maybe, but it's supposed to be kind of yellowish, right? Yeah, I would say yellowish. So I don't really want to use that one. I mean, I could try this one. I could try just straight up sandstone brick. I don't love it. It should really be like a smaller patterning. You know what I mean? Like the pattern scaling should be different. Just sandstone. Well, here, Macaw should have something. I gotta change my scroll wheel back. That might work. Yeah. I'm gonna roll with that. Okay. So how far up is it? Okay, so it's up to the first horizontal beam. So I could just do that and then, you know, boom, bada bang. There are like some trusses here. You could get a lot more intricate with this, and you could also build at a much larger scale and have more detail. I'm not looking for this to be perfect. You know, it's my first like big Hytale build, so it kind of just has to do the trick, really. So that I can keep clay, but that's got to be... That's gonna have to be the brick we just grabbed. Oh, that's so easy. Sorry, again, my controls are all messed up in Kingdom Hearts, so still kind of working against that a little. I guess I could do it here. let's see. So we have to do another horizontal beam, I believe. Yeah. Short of that one by about 1 block. So we'll do that. But it just continues to be this block type, I think, right? Yeah, pretty much. And then the roof starts below these ledgestone stairs. So, oh god, how am I gonna do the roof? How do they do the roof? Oh, it just connects right on in. Well, it ain't that easy for them. So it would have to be, oh god, this is gonna be a nightmare. Well, it doesn't make any architectural sense, but it's gonna have to work for us. I guess I could, dang it. I could do, yeah, no sweat, man. We're just chilling, you know. Let me see. Oh my god. These roofs are gonna be the death of me. You know something? Just gotta turn that down. That'll probably be better in the long run. Probably less mistakes, right? Alright, now let's take that. Now from the ground, is that gonna look okay? I mean, if this roof just keeps going anyway. Nobody's really gonna question it, right? Dang it. Right? No, honestly, the roofs have probably killed me more than any mob. Okay. Walking on the ground at low speed is really funny. I feel like a 90-year-old woman just, oh, time to hit the grocery store. It feels like you're tiptoeing. I think from the ground that looks fine, and I guess that's what I'm going for. So this doesn't have to make sense. I tell you, building from a walking perspective is such a cheat. So, you know what, let me... Just to make sure I'm not getting a little too excited about this here. And I might not have it start at that level. I'm not sure. But let's see. No, yeah, I think that's gonna be fine. Honestly. I expect that to work well enough. There we go. So does that roof just continue behind that thing? I just know it does, because everything does. Oh, there's a roof on top of that thing. Oh. That's gonna make this interesting, huh? There's very much a roof directly on top of that stone, like, protrusion. So, I guess that's a thing. Though, I feel like I should probably... You know what? No, I'm gonna start with the normal roof, and then I'm gonna transition into the taller roofs. Oh. Oh, no. That's not what I want at all. The hammer might end up being necessary here, but... Dude, come on. Don't be like that. Except, I'm gonna need that one there. Unfortunately, I have to have that one there. But let me see if the hammer will help. The hammer will not help. Regrettable. Oh boy, this is gonna be interesting. Well, here, if I put this down... Oh, come on. You can't tell me there's no way. Dude, these roofs, I hate them. I mean, I love them, but I hate them. Okay, let's sit. No, why on God's green earth would you do this to me? But if I delete that, oh, all of a sudden everything's fine. I mean, if you're down here, it might not matter, potentially. I might be able to get away with it just being like this, to be honest. And I'm gonna find out. We're just gonna cover this. Can always delete the blocks if I need to put lighting in here later. Then we're gonna do the steep, the steep. We're gonna do the steep roof. We're gonna do the Steve for Minecraft. Yeah, that's gonna end up being correct. And then I'll switch back to normal. Or I could flatten it out here even, potentially. So what would it look like if I tried to get a little fancy? Actually, I kinda like that. That feels Kingdom Heartsy. Yeah. I could make it pointier maybe, but I mean, I guess I'd be a fool not to try both ways. If you can, you should. Nah, might be better. Yeah. That might be better. I think we gotta go with that. There's a little bit of, like, light coming through the blocks there. It's interesting. The sun setting. That's better. Man, I tell you, the lighting engine in this is so cool. Look at that. I can just do stuff. Now, what's really cool is if you wanted to do a lot of photo editing for your thumbnails or what have you, or just for your fancy screenshots, or like for screenshots for like a mod page on CurseForge, right? You could set up a machinima camera right here without this lighting, and then add the lighting, go back to the camera, take another picture, and then stitch them together so that the lighting has an impact, but you can't see these blocks. Now, these blocks have so many cool uses if you really get down to it. I think they're awesome. Especially for stuff like thumbnails. Like if you do any kind of content at all. I love these blocks. Oh, and there it goes. Dang it. I keep chests on hand for blocks I might need more of in the future. Just that I don't have to keep worrying about managing my inventory when I'm in creative. It's a little silly maybe, but, you know, it's helpful. And if it helps you, at the end of the day, that's what matters. But yeah, this thing is going to look absolutely messy and terrible from the back if this section is anything to judge by. That's okay, that's okay. And, you know, honestly, this whole build is probably going to go a lot faster once I get a few sections like this done. I can kind of just start copying that style over and over. Somebody should make a Traverse Town brush. That would be nice. Ooh. If I've heard this track before, this is nice. That wouldn't be right. That would be right. So yeah, there's technically this notch back here, which I'll know about. But anybody walking around in survival wouldn't know a dang thing. So I guess I'll just continue those bricks up. It's supposed to actually not... It's not supposed to come down super far, but yeah, so we'll just do that. So how does that look? I tell you, I feel like I'm building Legos. There's another little section done. Oh crap, does that make sense? Having these protrude and then having the... Oh, no, I don't think it does it? What's it look like in game? Is this area... Oh my god, I'm not trying to open windows. I'm not trying to hit the start key. So these are actually really small little protrusions. So there should be a straight shot, but it should be probably at least 4 blocks wide, which it kind of already is. That creates a problem for me. So these definitely do not have to be anything that crazy. These could come out that much, and it would probably be fine. So maybe I'll have them come out here. And then probably move the wall back. Okay, yeah. Let's so let's assume we were doing this. What does that look like? No, they can't be there because then I'm not seeing that. I still gotta move it back again. Man, I tell you. I tell you. That's fine. These windows are just gonna go into the abyss. Oh my god. You know what? I'm just gonna pop this block down because I find myself using it as a marker often. And then I'm just gonna put that right there. I tell you, you know what'd be nice for creative? Give me a 30 block Hot Wheel. Let's just do it. Why not? Make it like World of Warcraft. Let me cycle between a few different hotbars. Let each one of these rows in my inventory be a hotbar. That would be a really neat little feature, wouldn't it? Especially when you have all these tools in addition to blocks and furniture. Man, I tell you, I'd go nuts for that, personally. Maybe I'm the only one, but I think that would be really convenient. So let's see about that. Okay. I mean, honestly, I might just have to figure out that section once I get the roof on this wall. God, this is getting so complicated. Never intended for it to get this crazy. I was like, oh, it'd be a nice, quick little build. Nice, simple, quick little build. You know, nothing too crazy. Make a video about it and whatnot. Nah. That ain't how this works. How do I actually want the outline to work here? Just curve around these outcrop? Yeah, that makes sense. Get that in here. Yeah. I think for the floor that makes sense, right? For the the pathing. Though I should ask, are these even really in the right place? And I don't know, maybe I should just... Because I don't like that one being singled out there. I might like this better. Yeah, that looks cleaner. Let's go with that. Now, obviously, this is, you know, not the final design. I'm just trying to figure out where things are going to go. So let's see what that wall actually looks like. Okay, it is pretty much the same design as the other wall. There is another outcropping up top, so I'm going to have to try and pretty much copy that design. Is it exactly opposite that one, though? Yeah, it definitely is. Ugh, okay. That's fine, that's fine. We'll have plenty of roof space. It's not going to be that complicated a roof for this wall. Especially compared to where some of these walls meet and things get horrifying and gory. We don't talk about the corner slot there. The corner pocket, as it were. So, yeah, so I want to do the same style. Even for the outcroppings, pretty much, huh? Yeah, okay. No, but it starts out cobble. It starts out cobble there, too. Okay. Totally forgot about that. I'll be real. So when did it... Okay, so it stops after... Yeah, I'd say like 2 blocks. That's probably exactly right. How are we feeling about that? Okay. So far, so good. It's not getting too intricate. But I haven't gotten to the roof yet, so there's still time. Let's start it with... This is all just regular blocks, right? Yeah, okay. Get one of these in here. Nope, nope. Well, you know... I think it actually shouldn't be too bad in the end for a lot of these roof interactions. It's just when it interacts with like a building like this where it has a really complicated shape and a lot of things that taking up space in kind of the core of the building itself that it's like, I actually have to put thought into this and it's killing me. I don't know what I'm going to do about stuff like that, you know? And as for these outcroppings, they do follow the same kind of tile sets, but I don't know how I'm going to have them connect exactly. Technically, there should be an outcropping here, I may or may not add that. You know, we'll see. Oh, but this is gonna be cobble, isn't it? Duh. Right? Well, kind of. I guess these windows have to be kind of high. I mean, they are well above Sora's head. And he is teenager height. He's, I think, 14, so, you know, he's probably like 2 feet tall. I don't know, how tall are teenagers? So I might want to do... Okay, what do I want to do? Okay. Let's do that, and then we'll get into these. And then we'll have the window here. Bam. What do we think of that? You know, as a start anyway. I probably will have to put that kind of outcropping layer on here. Which, what is that? It's just like a wooden beam with... So I could just do this, and nobody's really gonna know the difference, huh? Just gonna make this corner kind of... Man, this is getting complicated. So what happens at that corner in the actual map? A lot of things. Wow, that is a complicated little space. It kind of just hangs out, to be honest. It kind of just hangs out. Now, yeah, this is all just gonna be that kind of sandstone brick. So it would sort of just be, you know, just for the sake of example, it would just be hanging out like that. I mean, that's fine. I don't loathe it. Now, what's cool is when I finish this outcropping, I can copy and paste it over here. See, I'm using the creative tools. They're getting mileage a little bit. And does this have a roof? If it does, that's the most I can do, but I don't... Oh, it kind of does, doesn't it? It kind of just connects directly to the roof. So it would have to be like that. The things I do for this build, I swear. Oh, dear God. Help me. Someone help. I don't know what I'm doing. And I don't like the way this looks. Okay, what if I... The roof is not like this in the game, I don't think. Nope. Nope. That commits too many sins. That's going away. I mean... I could just get rid of... I don't have to follow the actual design perfectly. I could just get rid of it, because, you know, at the end of the day, this bit, if I leave it, might end up looking ugly. Well, let's get the rest of these roof blocks on here and finish that outcropping and then see how we feel, I guess. Let's do that. So let me get this in here and then I'll copy and paste the other outcropping. Let's see. Where is the selection tool? The only tool I find myself regularly using. Let me dump some of this crap in here. I don't need all of this. There's too many blocks. I'm not using peachstone cobble anytime soon, I tell you. I'm not even using the hammer. I don't know why I have that. Okay. Selection tool. This is kind of a small use of this, but I tell you, it is useful. Now, is there a way to attach to cursor and then also copy? paste. Duplicate. Alt-T? Oh, look at that. Oh, but I can't paste it on top of blocks that already exist. Okay, that's fine. Here, I'll place it there. I won't clear selection yet. Delete that. Go back here. And then, what is it to enter, like, the movement mode? Movement mode? Oh, I'll just do T. And then we go in, hit delete. Boom, bada bing. You know, it ain't perfect, but... Oh, no. There we go. Okay. Hey, so far so good. This is kind of shaping up nice. Imagine once we actually get, like, some proper lighting going on and put some neon blocks behind these windows and everything. Hey, it's gonna come out pretty nice. It's just this roof that's driving me crazy. As always. I don't understand roofing, man. I don't. You know, maybe if I did it as a career. Maybe if I studied architecture. All I know is blocks, man, and these are triangles. Like, fundamentally speaking, they're just triangles. So I can't work in triangles. And don't anybody try to tell me that squares are made out of triangles. I won't believe you. I've had people try to pull that trick on me before. I'm not having it. I don't believe you. Okay. Alright. So, I mean, we haven't adapted it into this corner yet, obviously, but just looking at it like this, what do we need to add? Anything? Let's hop back in and have a look at our reference material. Oh, yes, the outcropping, of course. Duh. So, I'm gonna, you know what? Again, great use for the selection tool. Except these are steep roofs. That's fine, that's fine. We'll figure it out. Okay. So we're just gonna use regular roofs in this part. This is gonna look crazy, isn't it? It's okay. It's okay. It always starts crazy. So you know, that's the problem, is you can't sit there trying to design it in your head. It's a voxel game. You gotta just start building and go with whatever seems to work. And that's what I'm doing. Let's get that selection tool back. Okay, so let's select there. I'll need those flat ones too. Okay, perfect, perfect. So, what is it? I want to do Alt-T, right? Okay, this is not what I had in mind. Rotate. Ah! Hey, it's getting there, it's getting there. What's the move? Shift left click? No. Is it? Oh boy. I tell you, I gotta throw through these move tool. Here we go. And then back one, right? So, you know what? I might like that it's higher up. That's not what my intention was, necessarily, but it kind of has to be, though, right? Unless I add some roofing off of the beam here, which I don't want to do because it makes the space feel too crowded. I might have to make it hard. Let's see how we feel about that. No. No, don't do that. Huh. Oh, come on. It never pasted. Okay. Alt-T, right? R. What is it? E. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to have it here. I was thinking about it though. So what do I do? Enter? Right click? Aha! And then delete. There we go. I didn't get the flat bits. That's fine. You didn't have to do all that. I'm trying. This ain't a tree, son. And it certainly ain't treason. There we go. Okay. So that's not quite right. It's not quite right at all, is it? What can I do to fix this? I mean, it's not terrible. But it obviously doesn't mesh quite as well as this one. Windows? Hey. What's up, buddy? Windows, what are we doing? Sorry. It just, like, minimized every single one of my processes. I must have accidentally hit a keystroke. I didn't mean to. That's fun. Okay, so... I need that exposed, which means I need to... Why can I not just freely choose what format I want this roof block to take? Why? Whose idea was this? Who's in control of this? I guess it's just not raised enough, right? Because this has... What's this going with the shallow ones, no less? Damn. I mean, I could change these all to shallow, but that's gonna look kind of weird. And it's gonna get really tricky once we get to the corner. And I don't like tricky. I don't want to do that. God, that bothers me, because I just don't like the way that looks. It's fine. I might leave it for now, but if anybody has any wise ideas, I'm all ears. I like the way this one came out. I mean, maybe I could... No. Oh, nope. Nope. Never mind. Don't do that. God. Everything's falling apart on me. Okay, maybe I just put this in the wrong place. To be honest. I might have just put it in the wrong place. I don't know. Wait. Hey, hold on. If I delete that... No, that still doesn't really help me. Maybe I'll leave it like that, you know? It's a little different. It's just also, like, not, you know, right. Which would be nice. Okay, let's try deleting that. Let's just see how this looks. Right? Okay. Hold on. Let me cook. And then you want even... Hold on. Science is happening. It's... We just keep hitting a wall. Or a roof, I guess. Come on, man. Just let me do what I want. I could use the entity tool. I could place the roof block as an entity in the exact right spot, rotate it how I want, and it would stay in the format I need. But if I ever try to change it later, I'm going to run into a lot of trouble. It's going to be very confusing for me. Because to be honest, I haven't used the entity tool much. Would it break like a block if I just left-clicked on it, if I had it as an entity? I tell you, we're going to leave it like that for now, on that outcropping there. But I think, hey, you know, so far, ignoring the lanterns and ignoring the I Spy UI pop-up, so far, this is a completed section of the build. And I think it looks alright. I don't mind that at all. Let's see if we can't keep it up for the next couple walls. Everybody knows this song, huh? Oh man, it's so nostalgic. I'm gonna miss the pre-release period for this game. It's a really special time. It's never gonna be like that again, you know? But that's okay, because now it's a cool new thing. And the new thing is fun too. Okay, does anybody know what to do about this situation with roofs? If anyone has any idea how to solve the everything is a stair problem, I'm here and I'm listening, and I will spread the word gladly. Okay, let's just do that for starters, and then we'll look at the reference material. Remember, always start your work before you look at your reference materials, that you have to go back and change it again. But hey, not much. So far, so good. I do need to put, like, a vertical beam here, I think. Like so. There's so much exposed space. Surely this is, like, roof going down into the left, right? Like southeast diagonal. My God, look at that roof up there, man. Look at that roof. Oh, God. Oh, no, dude. I can't do all that. But it does come down. So it kind of, it hits a wall. It almost looks like a barn. So it has like a, like that. And then there's a roof coming down this way. Boy, oh boy. This is going to be a challenge for me. But that's what makes it fun. I love a challenge, you know? Let's do it about there. So that way that outcropping is kind of centered. Is that centered? No. That would be centered. Okay, let's do that. I'm just gonna put that block right back, aren't I? Why did I delete that? So it's kind of like that, and then there's a roof coming down this way, you know? That I could probably do. It's just, it's still gonna have this problem of everything is a stair. I don't have a solve for that. I wish I did, but I don't think I do. Let's get this out of here. Clean this up. Should this be too high again? Sorry, my controls are messed up in Kingdom Hearts right now. Okay, if Sora's a teenager, and naturally all teenagers weigh 1.5 feet, or 1.5 feet, I messed up my own joke completely there. Wow, incredible. He weighs 1.5 feet. So, if he weighs 1.5 feet, I don't know, that's probably 2 blocks. And it's really supposed to be 2 blocks the whole way around, but it got complicated when I got to the outcropping. How did I even... Okay, you know what? I think we'll just keep doing it that way. It doesn't really make sense, like from a visual language standpoint, but we're gonna roll with it. We are absolutely just gonna roll with it. So we'll just do that. Bam, 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 bam. Thank you, ma'am. Okay. So we're just gonna set this up as almost like just as an example. Now I could make this an even number, but I wouldn't have it centered with that. And I don't have to, it just feels right. But I don't know, I might change that. Okay, but this feels like the one time that I should be able to see these connect. Okay, so we'll do that. There we go. So again, we're just doing this as an example to see what the space works what the space looks like if we do it in the most basic way, right? Just to kind of see that. A reminder, we're building this with walking perspective in mind, but we have different levels and quite a wide stretch of land, so there's a lot of perspectives to consider. Theoretically, you could see that roof from over here, and it needs to make sense. Which so far it does, so that's good. I don't... This is interesting right now, but once we have a roof on this, you're not going to be able to see any of that anyway. And, you know, I could always clean it up once we're further along. But we'll do that for now. Because, hey, why risk it? And the more complete it is, the more proud of it I'll feel. So, I need to have some wood beams here. I just don't... Is it vertical slabs? Is that the solve? I don't feel like that would help. Because, okay, I mean, obviously I'm not using this block, but... Like, that doesn't really do anything, right? And there's not slabs for everything, so if I wanted to do, like, log slabs, No bueno, right? Unless I'm mistaken. No, no log slabs. That would be a great mod. If someone wants to make slabs out of the logs for this face of them, so I could have this sticking out but halfway, be awesome for log cabin builds, because you could do slab, block, you know what I mean? And alternate, it would look exactly like a real log cabin. See, I feel like half slabs of any kind are not gonna solve my problem here. Because then you just have, it's just jutting out like this. And I'm just always thinking about the rainwater. And that's how I design my roofs, is I just think about the rainwater. And I don't know if that's what architects do. I don't know if that's what anybody does. That's what I'm trying to do. Let's see what happens if we just kind of extend that. What does that do? It does that. Which is interesting. I'm gonna put that dent in it so I know that's not permanent, but... I'm no scientist, but I am an idiot. An idiot who is upset by the fact that vanilla blocks are clipping. Stop doing that. I just don't know how to handle the roofs here, man. Because, like, in theory, this is pretty much the finished design for this roof, and it just doesn't look good to me. And I don't know what to do to fix it. Because, like, yeah, I mean, a lot of roofs, you solve it by doing that in some form or another, right? You use those pieces. I can't do that for this. So the only solve is to use hardwood planks. And I might not want to do that. And if I do that, it's still going to have that effect in some form as long as this is at the core. So it's like a question of, you know, what do I do to amend that? It gets messy fast, I tell you. That's gonna be a whole different block type there. That's probably gonna be ledgestone. Do I have ledgestone? Surely I have ledgestone. But that's ledgestone. I do need another kind of brick there, though. Just that we have the next piece over so we can start working on this one properly. I just need to solve the roof problem, and I don't really know... I don't know what to do about it. Right, let's take that one and see what that looks like. There is some moss there, notably, but I don't feel like using any kind of mossy brick would really be appropriate. Like, you see, there's... Oh, no. Oh, God. No. 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 I did not... I'm sorry, guys. I did not mean to... I forgot that was a real door, to be honest with you. There we go. I was just trying to show you guys up close. There is moss on these bricks. And then just cobble all the way up. Cobble all the way to the very tippy top, and then some, like, parapets. Some parapets of stone, one might say. These little stained glass windows, that's gonna be interesting to try and adapt. It's a good stone option, but I don't know if it's the stone option. And I could just switch to that kind. But it's a bit of a warmer color. I want that contrast in color to actually come across. Why did I get rid of that brick? Oh, that's okay, I got more. Ornate. Oh, it is ornate. It's pretty. Don't know where I would use it, but it's pretty. Something a little bit different. Something, is it cooler? No, it's warmer, color-wise. It's red sandstone brick. It's actually not quite the same color as a foot. That might work. I might like the, it's not the right color, but it is different in kind of the right way. But it needs to be a little cooler than that. Okay, but I wouldn't want to use shale, would I? No, I would not. That looks like a Zelda dungeon, you know? I mean, cobble is pretty neutral colored. Oh, hey, volcanic might work. I might be able to spin volcanic if I can find the regular brick. Hey, there we go. Oh, it's so much darker than the icon. Maybe if I lit it differently, but no, I don't like that either. Anybody have any ideas? We're trying to match the stone brick type that is right here. This compared to cobble, which, you know, is obviously the cobble here. What do I use? It's like a little bit warm, but it's still sort of, it's almost like within the purples. Because like ledgestone, I already tried that. Ledgestone might still end up being the best bet. Oh, there it is. Cause that's the ledgestone. Ledgestone's probably the closest match. I think I'm just gonna use ledgestone. I'm not seeing anything else that really works here. Yeah, all right. I mean, you know, it's not a perfect match, but in the context of the build, if you aren't looking at them side by side, the build compared to the actual source material of Kingdom Hearts seems fine to me. You know, if you just cover up Kingdom Hearts, this looks fine on its own. And how is that? Kind of comes to like a stair. You know what? Perfect opportunity for slabs, man. Ledge, stone, brick. And get those slabs. Yeah, man, I love these. Look at that. What do I do about this? Oh, I didn't think about that. What do I do about that? Do I just leave it? Is that legal? Should I just use stairs? Vertical half slabs. I don't know, man. I don't know. Were they a mistake? I might have to never touch them again, potentially, after this. I just do that. I'll just do that, right? It's too big. It's too much. I don't like that. Okay, but what if... Kind of interesting. Wait, hold on, guys. Hold on. Is this something? It's complicated. Is it complicated in a cool architect way? Or is it complicated in like a... I suck at this kind of way? You tell me. I don't know. I guess that's you know, pleasing the eye of the beholder or something. It's interesting. Now what about that? Is that clean? That might be clean. I tell you, vertical slabs, interesting thing. Tell you what, you know, it's just... Does it look more normal? No? What about now? What about now? I might have solved with my roof problem. You just gotta step away for a second, work on something else, and then get back to it with a fresh pair of eyes and look at that. I'm not gonna say it's perfect, especially, I'm looking over at the preview and it looks way worse on your screen than it does mine, but if you're walking around, yeah, it looks okay. The colors match well enough. That's hardwood versus oak, which makes hardwood. It's probably the main tree type that hardwood is based on, so doesn't help me with this one. Try this. Hey, it's not quite right. Hey, it's all just about the way that you lay out the logs on this style. Which, thank God, this is the style I'm going for, otherwise I wouldn't have that option, and you'd end up with the same problem that I put in that Twitter post I was talking about. But this works. I'm okay with this. What's on? So everything in the frame here is basically finished build, except for these bricks and this whole thing, and I'm not sure if this is even the right material for this, but otherwise, so far so good, I would say. It's coming along. Yeah, I tell you, it's a large build. It's going to take a little while. It might not look like a large build. I might not be worried about, you know, any interior spaces. I might just be doing a sketch where everything looks kind of crazy and stupid from the outside. But it's still it's a very detailed and complicated build. Now, what do we do about these? One, two, three. How's that look? That stupid? Is that stupid? It kind of looks stupid. Is it stupid? Oh, so this... Are there full logs? Does anybody know? Ooh, wait. Wait, no. I didn't mean to type those. Sorry. New keyboard. Temporary keyboard. Oh, that's trunk. Man, I got excited for a second thinking that was a full wraparound log design. Strip log. Looks like I could do that. Then I go down here and it looks stupid. Maybe I should put something here. Like, how's that? Is that anything? I might leave that for now. But I tell you something. I'm gonna put those there so I remember it's wrong. I'm gonna put that there so I remember that it's wrong. Or at least it doesn't really follow the source material. Okay, so what do we do over here? Now that we've kind of got this sorted out, and this is sorted out, how do we handle this door? Now, I'll tell you one thing, it's not gonna be a functional door, because look at the absolute size of that beast. It doesn't work. This song... Okay, so this is the Hytale soundtrack, if you don't know. This is I curated a playlist of chill stream music from the Hytale soundtrack by Oscar Garvin. This sounds like that song they use for every, like, One Piece pacing meme. I've never seen One Piece, but there's that one song from it they use in all the memes about the One Piece pacing. And this sounds a little bit like that for that section. I just thought I would point that out. So these stained glass windows, so this is cobble at a certain point. Actually, this is cobble right away. I hate to say it, this looks cool, but this needs to be cobble. Which means I could use cobble slabs here. You know, it's not a crime yet. Oh, I wanted the full block, but there we go. Well, it's kind of a it's a different material over by the door, isn't it? It's like a smoother ledge stone, maybe? Excuse me. Yeah, smooth. Here we go. See, you speak a block's name and suddenly it exists. It's incredible. Oh? We'll leave that at a maybe. Again, this this setup with the doors. This is part of my outline. This is not this is not final, okay? This whole thing is not final. This is representing a glowing sign. None of it's actually gonna be in the final setup. Okay, so actually I'll say, and then it's actually wood here. Is that the actual height of the door that we want to do? Okay, how many Soras tall is that door? Oh, that's a lot of I did it again. No, not the warp. I mean, yeah, what? No, but I only have this game open for the reference material, okay? Just put me on the ground. Let me go. There we go. Okay. So if I go over here carefully. Okay, this is at least 4 Soras tall. And again, like we said before, Sora weighs 1.5 feet, so I could do one more, maybe. It doesn't have to be an even number. So let me... Now, what am I actually going to make it out of, you might ask? I hope you weren't expecting a sensible answer. Because I have no idea. We're just going to have to... I want to start with the middle, which is kind of it's like a metal, I guess. But we don't have full metal blocks, nor full metal jackets. So we got to kind of get a little bit creative. Could use something like this, potentially. Like that. Kind of looks like a zipper. Kingdom Hearts loves zippers. Put that down for now. What else? What else? We do have the crystal blocks. I feel like I should use the... Was there a blue? This could be good for the stained glass window. I think. Yeah, totally. If I did like that, and then like, it's not quite right, but it's not bad. What are these, slabs? So I could do, or maybe even, yeah, something like that, and then put some lighting behind it. That could be kind of cool. That fits well enough. Let me just put that one down here, just so I don't forget it, in case I destroy those. Now, as for the center of the door there, I gotta make sure I don't accidentally walk through it for the third time. Yeah, I mean, it's like metal, but we don't really have anything equivalent to that. I could use this. I don't want to use dirt. That doesn't feel right. But unfortunately, the color scheme is kind of correct. That might actually be what we go for. I hate to say it, but let's get some planks. Let's get some planks. Because the sides of the door are just wood. It doesn't really make it look like a door is the only problem. What do you guys think? Does that look like a door? You know, once we get the stone on the left side as well. I'm so sorry, that was probably really loud. I mean, I could always go back and change it later. Because at some point, you really can't get stuck on one thing too much when you're working on a build. You have to keep moving. Also, now that this wall is built, this squirrel is going to be trapped here forever. So that's canonically... Is that Chip or Dale? We're calling him... I think we're calling him Chip. Yeah, that's Chip now. It's not quite right, you know? But let me put this in just so I can visualize a little easier. I might change this. This is not final. And that sign probably isn't final either. It doesn't look like a door at all. Crap. Are there wood slabs for like hardwood planks? Hardwood plank. I really can't type on this keyboard, wow. There are. That's cool. Okay, so what if I... did something like this? And we're just experimenting here, just to see if anything else might work. I mean, it looks a little bit more like a door, maybe? Maybe if these were also slabs, that might make the difference. Let's see, chalk, stacked slab. Half, I guess. They don't... And McCall doesn't actually use the term slab. And then we'll get the same one for the... I can't believe we're using the dirt one. Dirt stacked. That's the pattern name. Okay. I'm still not sure which we're leaning towards out of these two. It's probably the dirt. I can't believe that we're leaning towards dirt as a building block at a door. That just doesn't seem right, man. I kind of mess with it, though. I kind of mess with it. God, I don't know, though. I'll tell you one thing. I don't think I like the chalk. So I think for now, at least, we're going with that. We're going with dirt. Let's see. What about the rest of... So there is... Yeah, there's the wooden crossbeam, which actually goes all the way across. I gotta correct that. I like that. I like that. Obviously, the sign isn't gonna be quite right. Now, there is kind of, like a funny brick around the foreground face past the door, like towards us on the outline of the alcove. I could try to replicate. I could try to replicate with half slabs, like on the inside here. First, let me... What? Who's ready to see the select tool in action? Huh? Who's ready? Most important thing, gotta make sure we get rid of this. I don't know how to do writing over things yet. So what is it? Alt-T, right? Oh, but I have to mirror it. How do you do that? Does anybody know? Is there a way to mirror? No, don't save as a prefab. Oh, God. I'm not sure you can mirror horizontally. That's awkward. Okay, well, let me... Shift-Z. It's not what I expected Shift-Z to do in this case. Oh my god, no, just let me stay down here for 1 second. I'm gonna try something. Can I just delete this? No, I don't want to... I mean, I actually want to delete it. Oh my god, this is just getting worse and worse. Let me, clear selection. Let's just destroy this real quick. And start from scratch with some idea of what we're actually doing. Okay. So I'm just not going to copy this sliver. I'll do that manually. Now, I could have already copied this by hand, but I'm trying to get the hang of using these tools in a practical way when I'm actually building. That's what this is, alright? So let's do Alt-T. And how's that? Perfect. Okay, cool. So it's a half slab here and a half slab there. Gotta remember to press R though, huh? Wait. How the... Oh, there's more half slabs. I was gonna say, how the hell is that even possible? I confused myself with my own build. Okay, hey, so far so good. Again, doesn't really look like a door. But it might be the closest thing we can get right now. I mean, I think once this looks a little bit more like a sign, that might help, which honestly, half of that is... No, but it's not a neon sign, is it? No, just a regular sign. It's kind of a lighter material in kind of a... like a T shape. Let me move a little closer. Yeah, I guess it's like a book, huh? So give me a slab that's light, that's not white carpet. Maybe something like calcite, but probably not. It could be chalk. I might have found a use for chalk in this part of the build. I could try the calcite. Hey, sometimes the icon looks really different from the block. You never know. Sometimes you just gotta try stuff. Like, that's not bad, but I kind of don't love the way it looks here. let me see, what is it? Okay, for my purposes at least, I can put this into cobble. Again, I might add some decorative bricks on the, on like this part of the alcove, but I don't know, what would you say, like the lip, the edge? Okay. I don't know what this building's gonna look like. I'll tell you, I love building this game, man. Let me take a screenshot of what I got so far. Because I'm pretty proud of this. Again, meant to be viewed from this perspective, but I think this is looking pretty decent, huh? I like taking a lot of work in progress images, especially because I'm not usually recording or streaming when I'm working on builds. At least not so far. Maybe eventually I'll do that more frequently, but is this legal? Does that even look like a... What if I mixed the two? Like that. That looks stupid? Also, I guess it's a book, so it would really be, like that. Let me just while I'm messing with it, let me just replace these. It's a great track. I love the Hytale soundtrack so much. It's just... You can get totally lost in it, man. It's such great music. I mean, the wooden beam is supposed to be fully visible, right? I mean, technically, it clips it like a tiny bit. Hey, there's a little hidden Mickey up there. At the very top of the sign. That's funny. I don't know if you guys can even see that. It's pretty small for you. I'm actively tabbing in and out. That's why you see me go still in Minecraft and then start walking around in Kingdom Hearts. Get out of the way, Goofy. All right. Could do that. Okay, now that I've said hidden Mickey, I'm like, oh, that's just a huge Mickey Mouse face. Which I am not trying to do. I do not want to get in trouble with the mouse. I'm avoiding that at all costs. Well, at most costs. I'm trying my best, alright? Yeah, I don't think I could do that. But I do like combining these two. I just don't know how much it looks like a sign. Why don't we get the roof going and then see how well, it's not even really a roof, is it? It was like a parapet. Oh, and I gotta get these decorative bricks in here, which is gonna get tricky. I'm gonna have to get rid of those for now. I can put it back if I want. Here, just remember the pattern. Just in case. Because I like this as a starting point. Let's see if we can't get some bricks that would look like those. So we need a light color and then kind of like a peach. I might use the peach stone. Get that out of here. And then we need something that's more like sand. It may very well be limestone. Because here, just to illustrate what I'm trying to do. Stairs. I'll need stairs. Just to illustrate a point, I have to go get stairs. The things I do. Okay. Get in here and just put some crap in here. Like I can get those. I can middle click those, you know. There's probably dupes of these in the other chest too. You know, it is what it is. If I can easily middle click it, I shouldn't worry about having it in my inventory at all times, right? So let's get those stairs, the limestone brick stairs. Oh my god. Just throwing haymakers for no reason. Oh, okay, thank god it ends up being limestone again. So this is just to show you guys what I mean, and I'm not going for a Candyland North Pole theme here, I swear. But that's kind of what I'm trying to do. I wish there was a quarter slab. I wish there was like a beam I could put in any corner of a 1 by 1 by 1 space. Basically, I wish I could fill the... I mean, there's a vertical There's a vertical stair mod. I've seen that around. I might want to consider downloading that. But, yeah, I mean, this is kind of the idea, I guess. Do I need to do anything fancier on the windows? There is, like, there's, like, a thing. I don't know, it just juts out so much. Doesn't it? It's not really the kind of decorative piece that I think I'm supposed to have there. But what would work better? I need something, like, flat, practically. Cracked ice tap. Oh, come on. Let me rotate that. It's a block. Cowards. I could use something like this. Potentially. I mean, if I'm going to use a slab... Oh, come on. This is killing me. I mean, I guess I could replace a block. Why am I in third person? I could do that, potentially. You know? Does that look natural at all? Or does that look kind of weird? I mean, technically the windows are surrounded by, like, a white frame. I don't think I'm doing a whole frame because I don't have that kind of space, but... as far as the decoration above and below the windows... That's tricky. Here, if you guys can't really see that well. That's what the windows look like. It's a little bit better. Yeah. I mean, I could do worse. I could definitely do worse. And that's worth something, right? Chalk. I don't really... It's more of a silver color. That's how I would describe it personally. Silver. Marble. Actually, might be onto something here. Might be cooking. I like the marble better. Now, if I use this as a slab, is it going to let me do a vertical slab? I mean, yes, but like... but not like that. I could maybe use the stairs in a clever way, but... I don't think so. I could use marble windmill as a slab. How's that look? Oops. That's not bad. As representing, like, that fancy little symbol, I mean, within a 1x1x1 space, it's literally just up to what tiles I have available to me. And with my mods, you know, even with those, I've only got so many options. I like that. We're rolling with it. As far as behind it goes... We're going to want to do cobble, technically. Because it's supposed to be something that's on top of the cobble, so... I mean, that looks like it just stands out a little bit much. But maybe once I have everything together, it'll look a little less weird. I can always come back and change it later. But that's kind of what we have so far for that. The sign... I think that might work for now. I'm just going to take a picture. There we go. So if I need to recall what I had it like before, boom, bada bing. Now we got to do this top bit here, which is a little hard to get reference, like, angles for. I mean, I could run up here and, oh god, no. Sorry, again, my controls are messed up on here, so it's a little tricky for me. Is there somewhere I could stand where I could... Is there a way to lock the cameraman? Hell, lock the cameraman up. No, okay, here we go. It's a start, anyway. So it's cobble, and then a layer of blue cobble of some kind. That's interesting. I could use aqua. I've seen that, right? I could use aqua cobble. See what that looks like. Let me put these white tiles away. Actually, that might be kind of cute. I might be game for that. And then it's, what, a layer of cobble? Right? Yeah, like literally one layer of cobble. And then we get into a territory where we need cobble stairs. Just regular cobblestone stairs. Somewhere. I know they're somewhere. Buried underneath all this. I skipped over them. It's the very first thing. It's literally the first thing. Okay. Just because I noticed it's kind of got this supporting a little outcropping in the outline. Oh, here we go, here we go. Okay, no, I don't mean to have that person's buttock in frame. I haven't really decided whether I'm cool with swearing on stream, so forgive the awkward back and forth of me dropping F-bombs and then saying buttock. Let me see, so I'll probably use ledgestone there, because it looks the same as the area surrounding the door. So let me grab the smooth ledgestone brick. Don't even get me started on that. Well, matter of fact, it doesn't even... It's only in the middle. I might not need this part. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Easy solution. We're learning. We're all learning together. I'd say about 2, and then it goes into a layer of blue brick, which I don't think I'm going to include, to be honest. But it does get into something fancy. I think I might use the ornate ledgestone here. Even though it should really be this on bottom and then this on top, if anything. But, you know, it's going to look like it makes more sense anywho. And from a distance, I think it looks fine. It's a good enough match. And then we go into, it's not cobble, it's more like stone brick. This is going to look really weird. I think the height is all out of whack here. I might have to tweak it. Might have to hit it with that. Our good friend, the selection tool. I'm so sorry, that was loud. I can tell. I saw the meter dip into the red. I'm sorry. Yeah, might have to use our friend, the selection tool, and just kind of delete this layer and just take it down one. Because we'll still get a little bit of the extra smooth in like a portion of the ornate layer. So, let's see. Then we have what I can only really describe as that. It's really tall, but I mean, that might be a good thing. And there's no roof here. Like, this is going to end into the spikes, so... Which, how am I going to do this spikes? Now, I could actually, there are actual spikes. I don't think I'm going to use those. I might use stalactites. Yeah, I'm not. I'll put them down for a bit of a laugh, but... Yeah, I don't think they're quite tall enough. It just kind of gives it Charlie Brown hair, which we're not going for. Okay, so those are called spikes, interestingly. Stalactite. Okay, alright. Calcite stone. Here we go. I might use something like this. Well, I guess if anything it would be. But that doesn't make any sense, so... Unfortunately, I have kind of an awkward set... Oh my god, this isn't symmetrical. Oh my god, I think I'm gonna be sick. Oh. No. No, that can't be right. Okay, that's fine. It'll look like that, so it'll be fine. Everything's fine. Don't panic yet. There's plenty of time for panicking later. So it'd be like that. And don't get me started on that. Listen, once we have this section constructed, then we can work on the space where these two walls interface. All right? Then we can work on that. But hey, you know, so far so good, you know? I'm pretty happy about how this build is turning out for the most part. I guess we'll just do like another layer back. Might as well. I think that'll probably help with the perspective from the ground. Hey, Chip. We're gonna figure out this and this momentarily, but I want to figure this part out first. So there's like there's like a metal fence, I think, isn't there? Is there not? Okay, what about bar? Iron bars? I mean, yeah. I guess I don't actually love that. Just once you go up here, you can kind of tell it doesn't connect to the stalactites, which, you know, I wouldn't. But it's a little awkward. Even though it technically is exactly what I need. Okay, what if I look up a ladder? Is there like a metal ladder? What was any of that? No, you guys see that, right? Lava shellfish? I tell you, some interesting things that come up when you're just searching. Okay, is there an actual metal ladder? Oh, there's this. It's not fully metal, it just has like metal bolts. Let's try looking up metal. Yeah, let's try looking up iron. I could use the chains. Probably look kind of goofy. Iron bar horizontal, that's cool. It's good to have. Make like a brig on a pirate ship. But I do bronze? Interesting. Bronze staff. Huh. It's kind of cool. Hey, you know what? Cool. So I just gotta blow off some steam, you know what I'm saying? We might keep the iron bars. I'm not finding a lot of other options. Honestly, it might be the stalactite. You know what? You know what? Now it connects. Figuring little stupid workarounds out in this game is really fun. I'm not gonna claim it looks perfect. Like, I'm not trying to say this to brag, but man, figuring stuff out and just coming up with some kind of solution is so satisfying. Again, I might need to cut out the second level of ledgestone there. But man, I love building this game. It is so fun. We're just gonna, just for now. And then, you know, hey, for a fun little vantage point, we can, oh, look at Traverse Town from up here, you know? That'll be fun. But what do we think? Do we take it down a level? Here, just in case I do. Now I'll have a before and after. Why don't we set this up and then see how we feel? So what is that? What's that part made out of? Okay, I'm seeing. It's like large form cobbles, so I think we'll just use stone bricks. And when does that start? Okay, it doesn't start until this level, so this is correct. Though I will say that transition is a little awkward. It's fine. It'll be fine. You know, it's not going to be perfect. I could put a stone brick slab, I suppose, like here. Like, I could just change the depth, which would probably make that look a little... I mean, let me see what that looks like. Where is it? Stone brick half slab. Here we go. I could do that. I mean, I kind of like that. Gives it a little bit of depth, right? I can put one there. Don't worry about the roof. Don't worry about that. The interface comes next. Okay. And what's after that? There's like that layer of bluestone, and then like another level of this. Unfortunately, I can't put one there. This is temporary. Okay. I have a feeling this is gonna reach out this way, isn't it? Just looking at how the building next to it is. Probably reaches out even more than that, but it's a start. See, that's so interesting. Why is it... Why can't I spin this in place? Like, I want it here, but just not vertical. I want vertical slabs to be horizontal, if that makes any sense. I want the texture to just rotate 90 degrees, clockwise or counterclockwise, and then we're golden. You know what I mean? And I've had that problem with a few different tiles where, like, I want to use this as a half slab, but I can't get it to work the way I want because the texture is facing the wrong direction, you know? It's like, it's kind of annoying. I wish there was a way around that. It's hard to tell with how far away it is what exactly is going on up top, but it's clearly something a lot less stony and bricky. So we're gonna go with, and I know those are very technical terms. I apologize if anybody doesn't understand my verbiage. I think we're gonna maybe not even necessarily that, but okay, let's get the set for these. So I think it'd be like that. I like that. I like that a lot. Hey. Yeah. Hey, this is kind of cool. I like how this is turning out. There might be hope for me after all. We can dream. Just gotta keep kind of extending this in case I want to keep messing with it. It's like I'm sitting here and I'm like, would I be able to see more stone spikes from many angles? I think so. I think like from over here. I mean, maybe from over here, potentially. Dude, I am so excited. When this build is all done, it's gonna be so fun just to walk around in this place. I can't wait. I think, so the last thing we're probably gonna do for this stream is figure out this little section where they interface, where this corner is. Because there's a real chance I'll lose power at some point. There is an insane amount of snow outside. I mean, it's like 2 feet. It's nuts. I know some people have it worse, but it is, regardless, quite a lot of snow. So it's very possible I'll lose power at some point. I don't know what's going to happen to the VOD if I lose power in the middle of a stream, but we'll figure this out first. So let's have a look at our source material here. That's a much taller roof, isn't it? Look how that works. Oh, yes, yes. Okay, so it should be cobble at the level that I need to fill in. No, nope, didn't want to do that. Misclicks are frequent happening for me in this game, to be honest. I'm not sure why. It's so interesting looking at it from the back, and it's all flat and boring and weird, right? And you come over here and it's like, oh, there's so much going on. I like that though. This is so frustrating. Are we running with that? I mean, this still doesn't even technically, or really look right. Like, it still clips. I mean, I don't know what it's gonna look like over here when I start working on this bit of the facade, but it just bothers me that this doesn't look right. And I mean, like, really, I want to have the slabs come out here, too. But, I mean, I guess that makes it a little bit more interesting, a little bit more gradual. This might technically be, like, the right way to do it. Jeez, Garvin. Tell us how you really feel. I could do something like that. Maybe not with, chalk, but... maybe with marble? Or calcite? Because there is, like, how's this look? It's kind of fun. So, I don't know, maybe it should be... because, I don't know if you can tell, but there's like some... oh my god. Sorry, Windows is giving me a lot of trouble here. There's like some symbols painted at the bottom of that section of the wall. And I'm thinking, maybe I can represent those somehow. I don't know if this is the correct way to do it, but... maybe I'll do it like this. And it looks a little bit more intentional, right? Should I be putting stone half slabs here? Like cobblestone half slabs? What do you guys think? I'm a little torn on that. Okay, so where does this roof go? Just like forever? Just go into eternity? Actually, it kind of cuts off right here. So I would kind of just, if anything, I'd just do this. Which, yes, it's not quite right, is it? Let's go do this then. If I'm gonna do that, I might just I might at the very least, I might as well make it symmetrical. Okay. That's no, it's still not right. And also, this shouldn't come up to full height, I feel like. Okay, is it? Because a reminder, this is all meant to be seen from a walking perspective on the ground. What is the general consensus on the way it looks from here now? I mean, these are small details, yes, but small details are what separates a good build from a great build. What if I do that? Again, I don't really feel like it should come up to this level. But if it does, and not to mention, we gotta remember, we have to see it from this angle too, right? Right? I mean, the roof still comes up above. That might be good enough. I kind of like that. Let's come over here. Okay. So far, so good. I don't hate it. Yeah, also, I should probably put something else over here. What are you doing here? Okay, that's cool. I feel like that kind of makes some architectural sense, right? So how are we feeling? I think that, I mean, that might do it for this evening, to be honest. Because again, I might lose power. But I like the way this is coming along. This is nice. Again, you know, there's a lot of elements here that aren't final. But if I get rid of these blocks and those lanterns, and I kind of just show you like this, it's only finished stuff on the screen right now. So, you know, if you analyze it just here, I think this has come along nicely. This is coming along like a real build. I'm super proud of what we've done so far. Yeah, I appreciate you guys all stopping by and hanging out and watching. I'm really I'm really loving the building in this game, man. It's very addictive. There's a lot left to do on this project. I'm sure I'll have to spend at least another week on it before it's ready for a video reveal and some nice photography. Hopefully by the time I do that, the avatar presets will be an option, because I really want to do some custom characters for it and show off the mod that I made. It's a super basic mod. Don't get your hopes up, but apparently a few other people have had the same idea, so there are already people doing the mod better than I did. But hey, you know, mine was sort of first. It was tied for first with another one of them, so take what I can get. Not that it's competition. I had fun making it. I just wanted to see how it works to make a mod, and I'll probably do more. But yeah, as far as like this being my first sort of serious build goes, it's so fun. It's so fun. I love it. It's addictive. I'm sorry, I'm repeating myself, I know, but oh man, this is, can't see from the ground. Can't see from the ground. It's fine. It's fine. But what if I can though? I can see all of it. Tisk tisk. Whatever. I'll put another roof. You know what? Let me just to remind myself. I'm just gonna do this. Just like, hey, here's the support beam for a roof facade. If you decide to actually stop being lazy and do it, you know. I mean, even that alone might make a difference. But you guys kind of see what I have in mind when I say doing facades behind the real build to add extra layers and make it look better from a walking perspective. Listen, this is... that was so loud. I'm so sorry. This is what we call Imagineering, you know? This is basically Imagineering. It's not actually doing it all what I need it to, but trial and error, my friends, trial and error. But you see, it gives a little bit of depth to the build. That's kind of nice, you know? I mean, this is a very small little example of it, but I think you get the idea. There's no real building here. It's just a roof. But to somebody walking around down here, it's like, oh my god, this town is so much bigger than it appears. Which I think is really cool. And just a really fun effect to play with. But yeah, this is a fun little stream. I enjoy doing this. How long have we been live? How long does this end up being? 2 hours? Not bad, not bad. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out. I'm really excited to keep working on this build. I'll probably stream it at least once or twice. Like I said, probably got another week of building left to do. Oh right, that's not final. That's why I left that like that. That was on purpose. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. If any of you like what I'm doing here and you want to see more of my content, you can subscribe. You can like the stream, it'll help it. It should go up as a VOD at some point in the next couple days. YouTube is really weird with the way it handles VODs, but it should go up at some point in the near future, probably tomorrow, once YouTube decides to process it. It's 2 hours, and YouTube takes like an hour to process a 15-minute video, so you can imagine how long something like a VOD needs to stew in their system. But yeah, you know, again, yeah, just feel free to subscribe if you want to see more of this. I am a Hytale affiliate, so I feel obliged to mention that you can use code QUINVENTORY at checkout if you are either buying the game or upgrading your edition of the game. And yeah, I think we made great progress today. This was a lot of fun. Thank you guys for stopping in. We'll do another one of these at some point. If any of you are also affected by the storm like I am, you know, be safe. I wish you much safety and warmth. It's crazy out there. It's gonna be a rough couple of days, and it's not even done coming down yet. So it's all gonna get worse for a little while, but it's okay. Just everybody stay huddled up and you know, stay warm, be safe, be smart, and if you have power, Hytale's a great way to be cozy and you know, enjoy a little bit of a different, warmer atmosphere while it's just absolutely snow and hell outside. So, yeah. Thank you guys for joining me. I will catch you guys on the next stream or in the next video, and as always, I will catch you guys on the next one.